to be making scrambled eggs using the French technique. And there's a lot of different ways to make scrambled eggs. And the way that we make scrambled eggs is actually how you would start off making an omelet. And the problem with that is if you start adding salt and whisk it up, then you go and mash it around with the pan, what's going to happen is it's going to break down too quickly. And then you're going to get a watery egg with kind of like a mealy, nasty kind of texture to it. So, the French style, of course, French, they love their butter, so, I mean, this is not something that you should eat every day or if you want to make it to Christmas. So. just my little warning to everybody. So you're going to need a pot like this, not a pan, a pot. If you have a pan, it's going to cook too quickly and scorch. So you need a pot, you need your eggs, butter, salt, pepper, spices. I have like some thyme, white pepper, and I think onion powder, and the salt. The biggest thing here, you need to have everything prepped and ready to go because the eggs will go from water to cooked in 15 seconds flat. So if you have to be stumbling through your kitchen to try to find the salt, your eggs are going to be burnt, it's going to be no good. Same thing goes for the bread here too. This isn't necessarily part of the recipe, but it makes it a lot tastier. I'm just going to prep a couple slices of bread, get everything ready to go. Typically, if you're going to do a toaster, I didn't bring a toaster. As soon as you start this recipe, turn the toaster on. Hopefully this is still, I bought this yesterday, hopefully it's not stale. It's not really big enough for this cutting board.
Listen, it was cheap on Amazon, right?
Cheaping out on me, Joe. Cheaping out on me. Just going to get a couple slices of bread ready to go. Fun little fact, knife skills. When you're cutting anything, always make sure that you're kind of not facing the table, but a little bit to the side so you can use your own body's kind of momentum to help you cut really quick. So, I'll use this whip. So we have our eggs. This thing is really hot, so don't touch it.
So touch it?
So we have our bread, everything prepped. Well, not the butter yet. We'll just get the butter out. I only like to use like 1 tablespoon of butter because I would like to live. But the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of butter, so that's what we're going to use today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me some butter.
Some butter. It's the good stuff, though. Like
oh, Kerrygold.
Kerrygold. The Irish love their butter.
Fair stuff right there.
I'm going to use slightly less. Joe, I'm going to get butter all over your
I got one.
Your cutting board. Okay. Butter in the pan. I'm just going to use
a little more. Not approaching Paula Deen levels.
No, it's almost Paula Deen.
Paula Deen.
Okay, so at this point, you're going to add our eggs. This particular 3 eggs. The more eggs you add, obviously, just the longer you're going to have to cook it. Okay. I'm going to use one of these guys. Garbage. Okay. 3 eggs, butter in the pot. And now we're ready to go. You don't want to add any salt. You don't want to mix it up. If you do that, it's going to break down too quickly. So we have our spatula. Thank you, Joe. So we have our spatula. Everything ready to be mixed in. And for the end, we're just going to add a little bit of cream just to cool it down so from cooking. So that's on high. I hope it's on high. Okay. And as soon as we put it down onto the pot, you're going to want to start stirring. So everybody gather around. Look at what's going on here. Make sure everything is at room temperature too. If it's not at room temperature, it's going to take forever to cook and your arm's going to fall off. Another tip too, you want to stir in more of a circular motion because if you stir from side to side, you're going to splash it everywhere and whoever has to clean the kitchen is going to kill you. So. Hopefully this pan gets hot enough so I won't be stirring all day. Okay. Still not yet. So we're just going to be stirring until it starts to coat the spatula. Okay, not yet. That's the butter, I think. Yeah. This is hot enough, I hope. It's supposed to be on high heat, so.
And that thing doesn't heat up all that high.
So, this might take longer than usual. It usually takes about 5-6 minutes for these eggs to be cooked. Okay. It's almost there. It's almost starting to coat the spoon. Now, you have to keep stirring it like risotto. You cannot stop stirring it because if you stop stirring it, it'll start sticking to the pan So the entire time you're cooking it, irregardless, doctors, that's not the same. Okay. So see how it's starting to, all right, now,
This is not a word.
pay attention. See how it's starting to coat the spoon a little bit?
Yeah.
At this point, take it off the heat. There's enough in the pot to continue to cook it. It's not real wood. It's like Formica or whatever. Okay?
Doesn't matter.
Scraping the residuals off the bottom, it just keeps it from scorching. Good answer. Okay, and once you start seeing a kind of the watery parts of the egg kind of now rising to the surface, the temperature is being lost in the pan. So we bring it back to the heat, and depending on how many eggs you put in, it's going to be about 3 or 4 times that you have to take it on and off the heat. Seems like a lot of work, but I promise that the results are going to be worth it. Okay, as you get towards the end, it's going to be more quicker. It's going to be a quicker pace that you have to take it on and off the heat. Technically, it's 30 seconds, but really you have to use your eyes to watch how it gets cooked, and really it depends on how creamy you like your eggs. Okay, constantly stirring it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, now it's coating the spoon a lot more, but still pieces of it are falling off. I would say just right about now. You see how, again, some of the more watery parts of the eggs are starting to come to the surface, back onto the heater. Okay, and I think this should be probably the last time that I have to bring it back onto the heater. So it looks like it's getting, see how quickly that's cooking? Okay, now I think that's going to be just about good. Now, so at this point now we want to add our salt. About 30 seconds from the end. Just scrape off all the residuals. So our salt, okay, and then our whatever kind of spices or seasoning that you want to put in here. Okay, and now we have our cream, cooling it down just a little bit. Stir that in.
Oh, thank you. On my shoe.
Oh, sorry about that. And there you go. This has got a little bit hotter than I'd like it to, but that's about what the consistency is that you're looking for. So then it's just ready to spoon onto your bread.
That was good.
Oh, it smells really good.
Why did I eat before I came?
Shoddy.
Yes,
Okay.
shoddy eggs.
All right. So there's about 4 here, so you guys can draw straws.
Or just take
There we
careful.
go.
Careful with the hair.
Hunger Games style, let's go.
All right. Have at it.
Yes, I'm going for it.
Should I have a laugh before?
Okay, this little plate here that Joe brought. You guys want to use those?
Is that it? Joe.